Ladies and gentlemen, we are here with another Kendrick Lamar album. I'm wildly excited. I mean, what else is there to say when you say the name Kendrick Lamar? I feel like bells of greatness just start ringing in your brain right away. Like, yeah, Kendrick Lamar, like that name itself has become such a huge name in this world for all the right reasons, right? I'm recording this after the Grammys, by the way, and we all saw the very well deserved rewards piling up Kendrick's way that really are representative of just the effect, not just Not Like Us had on 2024, but that song certainly, yeah. But just Kendrick Lamar and that entire rap beef, along with where it led to with this project GNX that we're about to listen to here. It's been a little bit since I did my sit down and listened to my first ever Kendrick Lamar album ever, Good Kid, Mad City. There's not enough I can say about that experience and how it affected me, and to this day, how those songs have continued to affect me, particularly with more context and more information about the songs and the ones that, you know, I couldn't fully interpret and what those were about. And just like, it's just layered and layered on top of me as time has gone on. Shout out to y'all for the love on that video. Truly, like, it means a lot to have so many people come through and enjoy sitting down for a long ass time. That video's long as fuck. But Kendrick deserved that, right? Kendrick deserves. I liken that experience to go into a museum. Literally, because that's the kind of project that belongs in a museum. Like Good Kid, Mad City would have its own section in the museum, and it'd be its own art piece, and you'd have the album like up on the wall, like as large as possible in this museum of art, and you'd have money trees over here, and backseat freestyle over here, and reel over here, and Sing About Me, I'm Dying of Thirst actually would have its own fucking gallery because of the ridiculous legendary status of that song and the way it affected me. Oh my gosh. But you go to museums and you see all these art pieces and you just stand there and you reflect in their beauty and magnitude and the artistry of it. And you sometimes try and interpret what the art means. You sometimes try and wonder what the artist was thinking when they made the art, what the artist intended for the audience, the viewer of the art to feel when they got to see the art. And you're not always going to get that right? You're probably saying some shit that was never even in the artist's mind to begin with. But I feel like the whole point is to feel, like, as long as the artist made you feel something, that they accomplished something quite large. That's kind of how I feel about music in general, particularly artists that create at an elevated level like Kendrick. You're going to want to spend all day trying to interpret this piece of art upon first glance, and deservedly so because of the amount of time and effort the artist went into creating the art. But how often are you going to get it right on upon first glance? All that being said, we're here for GNX. I chose this album to listen to next. This is the second album I'll be listening to in my Kendrick Lamar discography experience. I chose this because he's about to perform at the Super Bowl. And I know he's going on tour with SZA. I know that SZA is going to be at the Super Bowl performing as well. I see a couple features on here with SZA. I want to hear these songs. I just want to have heard this album and these songs before he performs them at the Super Bowl. And the album just came out not too long ago, so I also just want to be somewhat a part of a brand new Kendrick Lamar album experience, and this is as close as I'm going to get. And then we'll get to all the other projects, Damn, To Pimp a Butterfly, Mr. Morale. Section 80, I think, was the first one I saw a lot of comments about too. In the meantime, yeah, GNX, guys. Let's dive into this bad boy. First track, and I'll say really quickly, I think I mentioned SZA being on a couple of these features. That's interesting considering she's performing at the Super Bowl with him. She's also going on tour with him, which is just gonna be. Isn't Doechii also opening for them? That's gonna be like must see. The other features I see on here, none of these. Roddy Ricch I've heard of. The Box, I like that song a lot. Other than that, I don't know who the rest of these features are. I feel like Kendrick's very intentional. The album starts out with the first track, Whacked Out Murals. Well, let's jump into it, guys. Siento aquí tu presencia. I am playing the right album, right? I am playing the right album, right? What?
Yesterday somebody whacked out my mirror.
I had to wait for his voice to come in to make sure Spotify wasn't bugging or something. Like that's there's no feature on here. I don't recognize that voice. I don't know what. That's crazy. They're basically saying like last night your presence was here and we cried. Your presence was here last night and we cried. And that's how the song starts. And it is a Kendrick song. It is a Kendrick Lamar song. All right, we're good. That threw me all. My brain was like, I have to hardwire my brain very specifically in order to be prepared for a Kendrick Lamar album. Like, it's not a casual listen, you know? Like, it's not, my brain isn't on the ready for this sort of elevated art typically. I've got to, like, switch the settings to a certain position, and then I'm like, okay, now I can absorb it. I wasn't ready for the opening like that. All right, I got you. We were crying together last night. Got you.
Yesterday somebody whacked out my mural. That energy'll make you niggas move to Europe. But it's regular for me, yeah, that's for sure. The love and hate is definite without a cure. All this talk is bitch made, that's on my lord. I kill them all before I let them kill my joy. I done been through it all, what you endure. It used to be fuck that nigga, but now it's plural. Fuck everybody, that's on my body.
Okay.
My blick first, then God got me.
Kendrick's not fucking around. He's not fucking around. Someone fucked up his mural in Europe. That energy will make you move to Europe. So someone fucking with his mural, but he's like, that's regular for me, you know, like people hating on me. The love and hate is definite without a cure. Been talking about no cure. I would imagine to the hate, particularly, like it's gonna exist, and that's real, especially the greater you are. That is true across my entire lifetime. That has been so consistent. The greater you are, the more hated you are. There's also that love. That love is there as well, for sure. But there is also a lot of people who gotta deal with their own shit, who project that hate onto you. But yeah, he's talking about like it used to be fuck one person, now it's plural. Like now it's like everybody. Like he says it, fuck everybody. My blick first, then God got me. I take care of things myself first. God got me after that. Okay, he's talking here. He's talking to start it off.
Watch them pander with them backhanded compliments. Put their head on the Cuban link as a monument. I pay homage and I'll always mind my business.
I'm gonna put there. Okay, watch them pander, backhanded compliments, pandering. They're pandering. They're just like there to like. They're in it for themselves. You know, they're here, they're there, they're wishy-washy, they're making their way towards whatever gets them. It's not like real and true and genuine. And the backhanded compliments says that too, because it's like, they're like paying you a compliment, but on the other side of it is some dirty shit. They don't really think the best of you or have true intentions here. But I'm gonna put their head on a Cuban link as a monument. Kendrick's not suffering fools, haters, people that don't have his best interests in mind. Like, it's over. And I feel like that was all the energy in 2024. It's like, if you're not with me, you're against me. I'm I'm not fucking with you. I will put your head on this chain, which is a fire bar.
I never lost who I am for a rap image. There's motivation if you wonder how I did it. Yeah, nigga, going up your rank. Know you a god even when they say you ain't. Yeah, nigga, keep your feelings out the way.
Oh my God.
Never let no one put smut up on your name. Yeah, nigga, keep your head down and work like I do. But understand, everybody ain't go like you.
Okay.
Yeah, nigga,
it's advice.
Love, you been lied
it's
to.
Advice.
A couple rules of engagements, I'ma guide you.
It's advice.
Riding in my GNX with Anita Baker in the tape deck. It's gonna be a sweet look.
Oh my God, this beat's about to come in. I don't the Spanish vocal. There's intentionality behind that for sure. I'm not quite sure. In the top, it's talking about we were crying together last night. And here it's pretty much like looking back at yourself. GNX is a car. I didn't know that. It makes sense because of the album cover. He's out there with the whip. I'm not familiar with a GNX. Shout out to Kendrick. Okay, riding the Jacks with Anita Baker in the tape deck. It's gonna be sweet. Love, shout out to Anita Baker. Shout out to the legend.
Fuck apologies, I wanna see y'all geeked up. Don't acknowledge me, then maybe we can say it's fair. Take it to the internet and I'ma take it there. Miss my uncle Lamaine, he said that he would kill me if I didn't make it. Now I'm possessed by a spirit and they can't take it. Used to bump the Carter 3, I held my rolly chain proud. Irony, I think my hard work let Lil Wayne down. Whatever though, call me crazy, everybody questionable. Turn me to an Eskimo, I drew the line in decimals. Snoop posted.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Yo. So, hold up, because he's talking, man. It's just like, it's very straightforward. It's very straightforward, everything so far. He's trying to give y'all advice out there, like how to move. He talked about, like, briefly too, like his uncle was that person for him, and my uncle Lil Man, he said he would kill me if I didn't make it. Well, now I'm out here and I did it. And then talking about, like, if I didn't make it, you would imagine, he talks about the people that inspired him on that journey to making it. One of those people is Lil Wayne. And this, I know Lil Wayne was really upset about not getting the Super Bowl. I don't know if there was, like, anything said back and forth. I don't know. Like, y'all let me know if there was. I know that Lil Wayne didn't get the Super Bowl because Kendrick was already announced. And I know that Lil Wayne was really upset about it. You know, like, said a lot of things. I don't know. I don't remember what he said specifically, or maybe I didn't pay attention to everything he said. I just know he was upset. So it would seem that, like, him being upset would take away from the celebration that Kendrick, you know, it's more about, like, Lil Wayne lost the Super Bowl than, hey, Kendrick deserves the Super Bowl. And then now that's the conversation that Lil Wayne wants to have, as opposed to does Kendrick deserve it. That's the best I can take out of it without knowing exactly what was said. So Kendrick Kendrick was hurt by that. Kendrick didn't like to hear that. Shout him out like this, especially in, like, a past tense way, when you say, like, I used to bump the Carter. Like, I was so proud. The Carter 3, the Carters these are legendary albums. The Carter 3 in particular, that's the one. Like, if you mess with any of the Carter series, the Carter 3 had so much impact. So you have that, and he's talking about the impact that the Carter 3 had on him. But then he says, ironically, I think my hard work let Lil Wayne down. My hard work to get to the Super Bowl, like, I fucking earned the Super Bowl. That let Lil Wayne down because he lost the Super Bowl. That's kind of sad. Like, that's a sad lyric when you talk about these two, like, icons. They're both icons. You can't make a top 10 rappers list without either of them. Kendrick's truth. It's just sad that, like, it's out there.
I think my hard work let Lil Wayne down. Whatever though, call me crazy, everybody questionable. Turn me to
He's like, everybody, damn. This whole song feels like it's just they wiped out my mural. My greatness was out there displayed for everyone to see, and they fucked it up. And it just goes to show you can be great, and he said, like, people are still gonna hate you. Nothing I can do about it. And that's why this whole song is just about, like, fuck them. Fuck those haters. Like, fuck them all. I'm coming at all of them. Put your head on a Cuban link. Y'all exist. Can't do anything about it. I'm gonna continue being great. I'm gonna tell the next generation, this is how you need to move. And he's trying to keep it real. Well, that's why he's like, hey, Lil Wayne, someone I looked up to, whatever though. Like, everybody's questionable. Everybody. This is all about all of y'all can get it. Damn, man.
Turn me to an Eskimo. I drew the line in decimals. Snoop posted tailor made. I prayed it was the edibles. I couldn't believe it. It was only right for me to let it go. Won a Super Bowl.
I don't know. Oh yeah, hold on. I know I'm stopping it, but he's saying so much. He said Snoop posted tailor made. I prayed it was the edibles. So like I prayed that Snoop was on some shit when he posted tailor made. I don't know what Snoop. I'm gonna have to bust out Genius for the first time. This is all very straightforward, but I don't know the history. I don't know what Snoop did. Oh, tailor made freestyle. Oh, that was the AI track. I remember the AI. I don't remember what it was called because I didn't pay no mind to the AI track. You can't like I'm just anything that's created by AI when it has to do with music. I'm not even letting it into my orbit. I remember that happened, and it was like the Tupac vocals. But was Snoop actually on the track, or was it Snoop AI? Snoop shared a video on Instagram humorously reacting to the use of his AI generated voice. So he was giving like a little funny reaction as if like, this is, this is cool. Like, yeah, it's all good. We got a little AI track by Drake here taking shots at Kendrick using Tupac and Snoop's voice as AI, which is like, I think that's pretty fucked up. Using Tupac's voice, especially someone who's not here anymore, in AI, like that's not his voice. Like he didn't consent to having his voice used on a track that you're sharing with the masses. Like I think that's fucked up. So I don't really rock with Snoop thinking that that's okay or funny or whatever. So I feel like Kendrick's here. Like, man, they can all get it. Lil Wayne, Snoop did it, and I was like, fuck, man, I hope it's the edibles that hit him too hard. What the fuck is he doing? Damn, man. Okay, you can't trust nobody out here. God damn. The IG story, like, yeah, this shit is hot. Like what is fucking, come on. Or like having any sort of fun with it. Like, that's just whack. Like, you hear it, and immediately your response should be like, this isn't it. Drake, this isn't it.
Nah, the only one congratulate me. All these niggas agitators, I couldn't believe it. It was only right for me to let it go. Won a Super Bowl and I'm the only one congratulate me.
Yeah.
All these niggas agitated.
Okay.
I'm just glad they shown their faces, quite frankly. Plenty artists, but they outdated. Old ass flows trying to convince me that you they favorite. This is not for lyricists, I swear it's not the sentiments. Fuck a double entendre, I want y'all to feel this shit.
So I'm getting straight to it. I kind of said, like, I feel like he's being straight up. Like, there's not really much layering going on. He points it out here. Fuck a double entendre. I want y'all to feel this shit. It's direct. Y'all don't got to break this down. You don't even need... I use Genius because I don't know the backstory. You don't even need it. Just like what I'm saying, I don't want y'all to be confused. I don't want none of that. I want y'all to know what I'm saying right here. And he does that. He's shouting out all these rappers that were hating on him for having success, which is crazy because he's one of the greatest. Like, that's what's supposed to happen. Nas is the only one that congratulated him for the Super Bowl, for getting the Super Bowl. Meanwhile, you got Snoop posting that story. You got Lil Wayne just too involved with himself and not hating and everything. That's crazy. So yeah, he just probably felt alone on an island, like everyone's out to get him. And now he's shouting your old ass flows and all these things. All these people out here. And he's like, this is why I'm better than all y'all.
Old soul, bitch, I probably built them pyramids. Ducking strays when I rap battled in the Nickersons. Where you from? Not where I'm from. We all indigenous. Against all lies, I squabbled up for them dividends. Against all lies, I showed up as a gentleman. I done lost plenty friends, 16 to be specific.
Yeah, list.
On my kids' children, we gon' see the future first. They like that big trip, and I just want what I deserve. What bridge they done burned, all of them is over with. I'm doing what COVID did, they'll never get over it. Yeah, nigga, going up your rank, know you a god.
This feels like a diss track. Towards everybody, which makes sense coming off of the year that he had and all the diss tracks that were released. And now it's like, now everybody can get it. That's some wild bars in here.
When they say you ain't, yeah, nigga, keep your feelings out the way. Never let no one put smut up on your name. Yeah, nigga, keep your head down and work like I do. But understand, everybody ain't gonna like you. Yeah, nigga, if they say it's love, you been lied to. A couple rules of engagements here to guide you.
I think I needed that.
My city couldn't entertain no boy. Promising bank transactions and even Bitcoin. I never piece it up, that shit don't sit well with me. Before I take a truce, I'll take them to hell with me. If that money got in the hands of a crash dummy, could jeopardize my family and burden the ones who love me. Niggas mad cause I decided not to pretend. Y'all stay politically correct, I'ma do what I did. Ain't no sympathy here, this shit's hilarious. It's a lot of opinions but no power to carry it. 2025 they still moving on some scary shit. Tell them quit they job and pay the real niggas they severance. Don't insult my intelligence, I'm not just for the television. Teleport the bullets rolling, dig up all my relatives. Okay nigga, let's settle it. These niggas been
hold up. I'm trying to just let it go here, but like, he's saying so much, that whole like, still moving, there's still 2025, we're still moving on some scary. Didn't this come out in 2024 too? Like, it's like he projected that this shit would still be happening in 2025. Get rid of all the real ones with the severance, just pay him to pretty much leave. You pay him to leave So all you got is a bunch of phonies out here. And then that whole, like, if it's love, you've been lied to. Everyone ain't gonna like you. Keep your head down, work like I do. This is just good advice. I'm taking this to heart. It's just good advice, man. Especially someone that's been through it on the highest level, that's felt all these things on the highest level. The arrows in the back. The success all in front of him, but the arrows in the back, man.
Hour to carry it. 2025, they still moving on some scary shit. Tell them quit they job and pay the real niggas they severance. Don't insult my intelligence. I'm not just for the television. Teleport the bullets rolling, dig up all my relatives. Okay, nigga, let's settle it. These niggas been fake loyal. Since y'all pandering to choose a side, let me do it for you. Okay, fuck your hip hop. I watch the party just die. Niggas cackling about. While all of y'all is on trial. Niggas thought that I was antisocial when I stayed inside of my house. You better off to having one woman, everything tricky right now. You niggas live in the now. Ain't fuck anybody empathetic to the other side, I vow. Bitch nigga love bitch niggas, they exist with them in style. Exterminate them right now. Make Cat Williams and them proud. The truth about to get loud. No juices out of my cup.
Oh my god. Oh. He said, okay, he said make Cat Williams and them proud. The truth about to get loud. That's crazy because this whole song is just shouting out all the fake shit and all the bullshit and everything. I feel like particularly lately, it's just a shout out to 2024 and Cat Williams at the start of 2024 did that interview with Shannon Sharp that just broke the internet, and he predicted just a lot of shit and called out a lot of shit. Not even predicted, but like knew that there's a lot of phony shit happening and there's a lot of stuff to be uncovered and watch your back and all these things. And everyone is making Cat Williams proud by showing their ass. So yeah, that's a fire line in that regard. I love this line. Fuck anybody empathetic to the other side, I vow. Like, no, don't, none of this wishy-washy. You either rock with me or you don't. You could take, even think about like the political times we're in now, right? The political climate. When you say the other side, you're referring to something politically. Like that's another way to look at it. I'm not saying that's what he's saying, but that's how I can look at it in the present day we're living in now and how serious shit is out here. That sentence rings strongly in general nowadays. But that Cat Williams line is crazy. The next line is, don't let no white comedian talk about no black woman. That's law. Yo, so that's the... What's his name, man? I don't even know this doofus's name. But I know what he's talking about. He's talking about the guy that he has like a podcast, but he's also a comedian. What's his name? Andrew Schultz? Andrew Schultz? I gotta look that up. I don't want to be saying the wrong name because that would suck. Yeah, Andrew Schultz. Man, fuck Andrew Schultz. I remember that. But I remember the joke. I remember seeing at the time and be like, that's crazy. You can't be saying that. And I love jokes, man. Like, I grew up on South. I love like not censoring jokes too. I'm not trying to censor everything nowadays. Like, I grew up on South Park. I loved all that stuff. Like, I love my comedians being able to say what they want to say. But that's like with the caveat of like, there's certain lines you just can't. You can't do it. You can't do it. And I remember the feeling I had when I saw that. Like, that's fucking awful. And yeah, shout out to Kendrick for shouting it out, man. Those are the people that we need shouting it out. The people with the largest platforms, the people with the biggest voices. Like, those are the ones we gotta have shouting out the people like Andrew Schultz. The thing that sucks a little bit about it is you give him more attention, and people like that usually thrive off of that attention, even if you're disagreeing with them. And he'll turn it into a fucking arena worldwide tour just because he got some clout off the Kendrick album and the name drop. That's what kind of sucks about that a lot of the time. Let's get back into it.
I know probably gonna work for them and fuck whoever that's close to them. The niggas that coon and niggas that being groomed, slide on both of them. You ever ate Captain Crunch and proceeded to pour water in it, pulled over by the law. You ran dirty so you can't argue with them to make it to be a star. Bear your soul and put your heart up in it. Well, I did. Whack the murals out, but it ain't no legends if my legend ends.
Oh. Damn. Okay, yo, this song is crazy. That song is crazy. I've whacked out murals is crazy. I didn't know we were gonna start off that way. He just shouted, "I love this." It's a diss track. It's a 5-minute diss track at the whole industry, everybody. It's not just the rap industry. It's whoever he wants to call out to, because of the Andrew Schultz call out as well, and his hosts. I feel like he's talking about there with the follow-up lines. Damn, that whole song is just Kendrick getting shit off his chest, and I'm so here for it. It's just the most natural continuation of 2024. I feel like, all right, I gotta move on somehow because I didn't know I was gonna spend that long on track one. That was fire. That got me excited. I just love how like straight up he is with it, and he called it out himself when he said like, no double entendres, none of that. Like, I'm going to get straight up. I love that. I love that he says it himself. All right, Squabble Up is the next track. Let's get to it. Popping in here for a quick update. I always want to make sure I give my Patreon supporters as many exclusives as I possibly can. Just finished filming, and I had the greatest time doing this. Oh my gosh. And it's going to go over on Patreon. I reacted to all of the Kendrick tracks on the Black Panther soundtrack. I hadn't heard 4 of them. And I also reacted to the Not Like Us music video. I hadn't seen that yet. I just finished watching that. That was insane. That was absolutely insane. And I also reacted to the Squabble Up music video. So all that's in one video. If you want to go check that out, that's on my Patreon. The links down in the description. It's the best way to support me. There's other Kendrick stuff on there too that I've reacted to in the way past via custom requests. There's like another handful of songs from different albums. I've heard a song off of The Pimp a Butterfly, off of Damn, off of Mr. Round and the Big Steppers, again, The Heart Part 5, over the course of the last year or so, because people requested them. Y'all can search that up on Patreon. Those reactions are on there. And there's thousands, literally thousands of exclusive reactions on there. Links in the description. It's the best way to support the channel if you want to check that out. It means the world to me. In the meantime, carry on with the rest of this GNX reaction.
I am reincarnated. I was stargazing. Life goes on. I need all my babies. Woke up looking for the broccoli. High key, keep a horn on me. That could my seat. IP ownership. The blueprint is by me.
Oh my God.
Mr. Get Off. I get off at my feet.
Oh.
A ye nigga couldn't try me in a tri-state. Muddy pass, but I give him splash till he hydrated. I'm south, know he spook town, eyes dilated. I got the money and the power, both gyrated. I feel good, get the fuck out my thighs. Look good, but she don't got no ties. I walk in, walk out with the size.
Fast. I love, man, just the way he plays with words and the way he plays with his voice is always so fucking fun. I love that line too. Splash till he hydrated, but also I got the money and the power both gyrating. Like, that's the level of control power that I've got. Like, that's the elevation that I've reached. This has got like a Not Like Us feel to it, as far as like you get right into it and you can't just not start moving every part of your body.
Don't let me know what the price. What the fuck? I got hits, I got bucks, I got new paper cuts, I got friends, I got foes, but they all sitting ducks. Hit his turf and get cracking, double back like a deluxe.
Yeah.
50 deep, but it ain't deep enough. Fuck a plea, there you go, beat him up. Falling from a money tree, and it grow throughout the month. Spit a loogie at the camera, speed off, yes, us. I feel good, get the fuck out my thighs. Look good, but she don't got no ties. I walk in, walk out with the size. Man, don't let me know what the price. Squabble up, squabble up, squabble up, squabble up, squabble up, squabble up, squabble up. Hold up, where are you from? My bitch, I'm finna go dumb. Sideways, bunk stomp, fever. I'm on one. Thunk, baby, rockin' it. Quid pro quo, what you want, cause I'm watching it. Work on the floor, let me know if you clocking it. Brody won't go, but I know that he popping it. It was wolf tickets on sale till I silenced it. Pipe down, young, these some whole other politics. Bitch with them and some bitch in them, that's a lot of bitch. Don't hit them with the kids with them, my apologies. Get a child, here was Blackie Mouse with the smearing off. Yee-haw, we outside, or they about to kill them off. Blaps on blaps, it's a fact, this a bricker off. Tell me why the fuck you niggas rap if it's fictional. Tell me why the fuck you niggas fed if you criminal. A-Dot, can I get a drop? I'm like nigga nah. H-Bone coon from the west side to Senegal. It's a full moon, let the wolves out, I've been a dog. I feel good, get the fuck out my thighs. Look good, but she don't got no ties. I walk in, walk out with the size. Man, don't let me know what the price. Squabble up, 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 squabble up.
That bitch with him, bitch, and it's a lot of bitch, and that line is crazy. That line is so crazy. Bitch with him and some bitch in him. That's a lot of. That's a lot of bitch. Don't hit him. He got kids with. Oh man, the Black and Milds with the Smirnoff. He's just having a good time, right? He's just having a good time, right? It's just got that not like us energy. You gotta move your body to this one. I'm talking my shit on this one. But also like it's that unseriousness too. It's crazy because he can be like the most serious whilst in other moments have like this unseriousness to it that just really makes his music that much easier to listen to when it's not always this like layered on layered on layered message that super profound and has a lot of important meaning to it, but you gotta throw in the tracks in there that you just like are able to have a good time to as well. All right, Luther featuring SZA. This is the big song on the project, track 3.
If this world were mine.
Hey, Roman numeral 7, babe, drop it like it's hot. If this world was mine, I'd take your dreams and make them multiply. If this world was mine, I'd take your enemies in front of God. Introduce them to that light, hit them strictly with that fire. Fire, 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 fire.
He'll take care of it himself.
Fire, fire, fire. Hey, Roman numeral 7, babe, drop it like it's hot. If this world was mine, I'd take your dreams and make them multiply. If this world was mine, I'd take your enemies in front of God. Introduce them to that light, hit them strictly with that fire. It's a vibe, do your dance, let them watch. She a fan, he a flop, they just wanna kumbaya, nah.
This world concrete, flowers grow. Heartache, she only do what she know. Weekends, get it poppin' on the low. Better days coming for sure.
Luther Vandross, is that the voice? Is that why it's called Luther? I feel like the last song had a sample in there too. We're gonna have samples throughout the project.
If it was up to me, I wouldn't give it nobody's no sympathy. I'll take away the pain, I'll give you everything. I just wanna see when, wanna see
If this world were
it go
mine.
in, out, doors, slow.
It's a Anita Baker reference too earlier. So Kendrick already paying his respects early on in this project.
You a star, strike, pose. When I'm with you, everything goes. Come and put that on my soul. Robbie, clown, wrist, froze, check down on the way home. This world, concrete flowers grow. Heartache, she only doing what she know. Weekends, get it poppin' on the low. Better days coming for sure. If it was up to me, I wouldn't give it nobody's no sympathy. I'll take away the pain, I'll give you everything. I just wanna see when, wanna see.
If this world were
I
mine.
can't lie, I trust you, I love you. I won't waste your time, I turn it off just so I can turn you on. I'ma make you say it loud. I'm not even tripping, I won't stress you out. I might even settle down for you. I'ma show you I'm a pro. I'ma take my time and turn it off just so I can turn you on, baby. Weekends, get it poppin' on the low. Better days coming for sure.
Why are you coming for?
But, I like the music in this.
If this world were mine.
We got just a love track there, right? Just a straight love track on that one. I like the music, man. I like the music. I like the tenderness at which SZA came at it with, and Kendrick too. I feel like they're both going at it very tenderly. You know, they're both like very soft approach from both of them. What felt like a very loving track. Kendrick talking about everything he'd do for this person, make all your dreams come true, but also like get all your enemies, the haters, and I'll kill them all for you. It's nice and softly too. That was nice. That one's gonna grow too. I feel like the more and more I listen to it too, it's just got like this replay value to it, where like I want to like get back into the music of it, and let that just take over my body. That was nice. All right, we're going to keep it going with Man at the Garden, track 4. Okay.
Twice emotional stability, a sound body and tranquility. I deserve it all. Like minds and less enemies. Stock investments, more entities. I deserve it all.
Yeah.
VVS's white diamonds, GNX with the seat back reclining. Bitch, I deserve it all. Put my homes on a beachfront. Flying private, what you eat for lunch. I deserve it all.
Self-love track.
Respect and the accolades. Lamping on the island, watching Castaway. I deserve it all.
Self-love.
Every good nigga that passed away sent 2.5 million on the average day. I deserve it all.
Yeah.
Keep my name by the world leaders. Keep my crowds loud inside a beat, so I deserve it all. More money, more power, more freedom. Everything heaven allowed us, bitch, I deserve it all. I deserve it all. I deserve it all.
This type of shit you gotta be writing in your manifestation journals, you know, and just projecting that self-love out, you know, bringing in what you put out as far as the energy goes. And even like that line talking about for every person that you've lost, like that good person that has passed on, like, you know, I should be sent my way something. And that's just like more of that, just like manifesting good things coming your way because of the shit it's really like the shit that you've been through too. A lot of that too. I like this lamping on the island watching Castaway. Just, you know, on the island watching the movie where this guy's on the island. A little bar right there. But we're just having a good time. This album is different from, I mean, Good Kid, Mad City is like a spiritual experience. This is much more of a vibe. I mean, the first track, he had a lot to say. But even in the first track, he says, right, like, fuck those double entendres and stuff. I'm coming straight at you. And I feel like that's been the vibe of this whole album so far. Like, we're just vibing and having a good time. And it's like, it's just really interesting because it's not, my brain doesn't have to work at the level that I was worried about. But I'm glad that I'm getting such great, like, music to just sit back and enjoy. Like, that last track with SZA, it's the perfect example, right? That's just a track you turn on and you let it wash over you and you just have a good time to it. And this is giving me that good time vibe too, but like with the self-love in there.
Cause my intentions was pure, even when you wasn't sure, even with every allure. How much temptation you endured. You probably look for every cure. I said I deserve it all. I'm waking up at 6 a.m., 6 miles a day, conditioning my wind. I said I deserve it all. I'm showing up as your friend, telling truths better than your next of kin. I said I deserve it all. I never asked for too much credit, seeking validation just for the aesthetics. Bitch, I deserve it all.
Okay,
I
respect that.
First, even when you didn't understand your worth, bitch, I deserve it all.
I respect that.
It's innate to mind my business, writing words, trying to elevate these children. That's why I deserve it all.
Yeah.
Pray for those who prayed against me. Every reason why my ancestors sent me, bitch, I deserve it all. I deserve it all. I deserve it all.
I love that line, man. Seeking validation just for the aesthetics. I didn't ask for too much credit. Like, I'm over here, like, trying to put these kids on game. I'm writing word, trying to elevate these children. He did that earlier in the first track, I said, right? He was trying to give y'all as much advice as he could. He's just trying to keep it straightforward. And other albums trying to, like, layer that shit in the messaging as much as possible, but still trying to put out a message that's important without, you know, trying to, for the aesthetic, be out here trying to get all the credit in the world. But I love this because it's like, just like all that work put in, it's okay to, like, to feel like you deserve, you know, in return, to feel like you just deserve whatever that might be, money, reward. You know, we're only here on this earth one time, And if you're putting all of this out there, and you feel like you're doing things right for Kendrick, like whether it's by God, I know he's a big believer. So you feel like you're doing things right as far as that goes, doing things right by the people in your circle, you're doing things right by your family, doing things right in whatever way that suits, what your view of doing things right is. Then yeah, throw the fruits my way.
Smile on my mama.
It's okay to ask for it.
Health and good karma, yeah, she deserves it all. 100 murals out in Compton. Remember me, I kept my promise, yeah, we deserve it all. A better life for my daughter, made my son take it further than his father, yeah, he deserves it all. A close relationship with God, whispered to me every time I close my eyes. He said, you deserve it all. Keep these bitch niggas away from me, keep all my blessings faithfully, keep my essence contagious, that's okay with me. I burn this bitch down, don't you play with me and stay with me. I'm crashing out right now, no one's safe with me. I did it with integrity and niggas still try hate on me. Just wait and see, more blood be spilling, it's just pain to me. Nothing changed with me, still got pain in me. Flip a coin, want the shameless me or the famous me? How annoying does it angers me to know the lames can speak on the origins of the game I breathe? That's insane to me, it's important, I deserve it all because it's mine. Tell me why you think you deserve the greatest of all time, motherfucker. I deserve it all.
Yes.
I deserve it all.
Damn, man. Oh, that ending was hard. That ending came at me hard. Is Drake catching more? Is Drake catching more here at the end of this? Tell me why you think you deserve the greatest of all time. Especially when you talk about, if it angers me so much that the lames can speak on the origins of the game I breathe. So he's talking about hip hop. And he's talking about like lames out here talking about the origins of hip hop and how it pisses him off because like y'all have no right breathing these words out your mouth. But then he follows those lines talking about like, you also talk about like you're the greatest of all time. That's blasphemy. It's blasphemy. You can't be saying that. So he's got to be talking about rap, like a rapper here, and he's definitely come at one in particular. But hey, in that first song, it's also shouting out lots of different guys, right? So just in general, like it doesn't even have to be about one person. It could just be about everyone who's kind of pissed him off on this path to like GOAT status, which is like he's making as good a case as I've ever seen in my lifetime, certainly. I've been a big Eminem fan. Grew up with those Carter albums from Lil Wayne. Obviously grew up in New York, so Jay-Z was kind of everything in my era of growing up anyway. I'm a little young for like Nas and obviously Biggie, but I'm aware of their greatness, just didn't grow up with it. But I'm talking about what I grew up with, like I was growing up like, oh, these guys are the greatest. And then Kanye kind of dominates. Like as far as popularity goes, like his albums were, and innovation as well. His albums were kind of everything for a while. Seeing what Kendrick's been doing, and then catching up on the shit that I missed out on, like A Good Kid, Mad City. And again, we're gonna go back to, To Pimp a Butterfly, certainly, Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers. These albums are gonna get listened to. But just watching his case for greatest of all time happen in real time, and I know there's a bunch of artists that I didn't name too, right? Like I'm not that expert when it comes to them. I'm just talking about like what I've seen and kind of how I've perceived things. He's making his case and he's shouting out everyone on his way to that case. Hey, like y'all aren't it. I'm it. You tell me how you're the greatest of all time. Tell me. Like, you make your case, because I'm not really with it. Like, it's not really making sense to me. This is a cool track, and I love the, like, self-love, yeah, but, like, what I deserve. Like, I deserve it. I feel like it's, like, a taboo thing to say that. We gotta be humble and be in our place and all those things, but when you, like I said, when you're doing things the right way, why not seek the reward that you've earned, whatever that might be to you. Like, it's not the same thing to everybody, what that all is. There's another line in here too, like, I did it with integrity. They're still trying to hate on me. That's where, if you, any hate set towards Kendrick Lamar specifically, where's that coming from? That's like a you problem. That's like an insecurity with yourself that you should probably look inward and kind of figure that out, because I don't really understand that. And there's some other artists too, man, that like you send hate their way, and it's kind of like the way that they move. I just don't understand why they get that hate. But anyways, Kendrick specifically, this is a cool track. All right, we're gonna move on to Man at the Garden. So I wonder why that's titled that. I guess the Garden specifically, like he's the man, and the Garden specifically would be his recouping of all the reward around him. Maybe, I don't know. All right, Hey Now, track 5 featuring Dodie 6. Not sure who that is.
Damn, baby.
Huh.
I like it. Damn. Hey now, say now, mother by my end. Big face Buddha, get my peace from within. Send the case to all my dirties in the pen. Let the honorary walk for the win, for the win. You crash out, then you better break the backboard. I got friends hoping that they make the tabloids. You know the last one figure, he was Magneto. You play God, you gon' get what you asked for. We got the same 24, what you mad for? I put a square on his back like I'm Jack Dorsey. It's high beams if I make a public appearance. Go back to hiding cause I'm not too friendly with niggas. 1,000, 2,004. The black Noah, I just strangled me a goat.
I gotta look that. I'm sorry, I gotta look that up, because I get like the big face Buddha. I get my peace from within. Like I'm all about my yen. You crash out, you better break the backboard. You see some crash outs from time to time. See some crash outs. But if you're gonna crash out, break the backboard. Like dunk that shit as hard as you can. You're already losing it. You might as well just go as hard as you can. Got friends hoping that they make the tabloids. You know, the last one figured he was Magneto. That's the one. You play Magneto. And then that square on his back like I'm Jack Dorsey. I don't know who Jack Dorsey is. And Magneto, that's X-Men, right? That's not my specialty at all. So we've got to maneuver our way through the genius ads. Magneto is a powerful mutant who manipulates metal and often sees himself as superior to humans. Plays the role of an antagonist due to his godlike ambitions. This may be a reference to Drake, as producer Boy posted a picture of Magneto to his Instagram story shortly before Drake released his Kendrick diss track Family Matters, which Boy Wonder helped produce. Magneto's also Jewish, strengthening this as a reference to Drake's heritage. So, okay, all right. So the Drake's producer before the Family Matters, which was a diss towards Kendrick, the producer posted Magneto. Magneto's all about this like God. Magneto's always on this like I'm God type shit, which, you know, Kendrick's not gonna like to begin with. But then the fact that like it was before the diss towards Kendrick, and yeah, so this is another date. Man, there's a lot of Drake in here, but I love the way that he's approaching it though, where it's just like he's still managing to turn this. It's like nothing but bangers, and he happens to throw in shots here and there within those bangers at rappers or at Drake specifically, or at Drake's producer here. And then he says, furthermore, one of Drake's common pseudonyms is the Sixth God. So he's suggesting that Drake saw himself as invincible like Magneto. Jack Dorsey line. I put a square on my back, like on his back, like I'm Jack Dorsey. This line is a punning simile that expects listeners to know that Jack Dorsey is the co-founder of the tech company Square. Furthermore, Jack Dorsey endorsed Kendrick during his diss battle with Drake. Drake had an affair, apparently, with Jack Dorsey's ex-girlfriend. Messy. Okay, that's fine. Put a square on his back like I'm Jack Dorsey. Jack Dorsey founded Square, which was a point-of-sale system. Okay, I got you. Let's keep it going. Fire so far.
With a therapeutic flow. Put a few hundred up. Let him go. Hey now, say now. Hey now, say now. Hey now, say now. Hey now, say now. Hey now, say now, mother by my end. Big face Buddha, get my peace from within. Send the case to all my dirties in the pen. Let the honorary walk for the win, for the win. Hey now, say now. Hey now, say now. Hey now, say now. Hey now, say now. Hey now, say now, I done slid
Okay.
on back street.
Okay.
On the Parmesan, everyday taxi. What the fuck you wearing, bro? It's tacky. Niggas laying on their deathbed trying to match me. Oh my God, I'm about to do the fool. They be screaming out P, but they resume is boof. Switch both lanes, the engine sound like the zoo. Need a fee just to breathe, bitch. I can talk to you. It's the Ben Frank murderer. Mister, I ain't heard of ya. Golf strings back to back, flying through the turbulence. Who is he? Free lunch, craft services. Throw your ass out this rental if I smell nervousness. Hey, now, say now, let me pop my shit. Water down my wrist, I'm around my bitch. It's a green light, don't get out of bounds, I'm a blitz. It's a bird, it's a plane, no, it's all blue strips, nigga. What? Hey now, say now. Hey now, say now.
This works so well as a song that builds itself real slowly. It's just like a lot of subtlety, and then it just kind of gets bigger and bigger. I love the flow change, like the voice change. Kendrick's the master at changing his voice and his style of voice. I love that uptick in the energy of his vocal when he hits that second verse, and he's just talking that much more shit. Like, you just don't belong in my space. Like, you don't belong in any how'd you flying through the turbulence? Who is he? Free lunch, craft services. Throw his ass out this rental if I smell nervousness. A lot of really cool bars in here, man. A lot of really cool bars. But I'm really caught up in like the voice change with that second verse, and now how everything's kind of coming together and making this song just that much harder.
Hey now, say now. Hey now, say now.
I'm way too important. I'm way too important. I'm way too important to ever let you slide on me again.
Starting to see spaceships on Rosecrans. I sing the aliens hold hands. They wanna see me do my dance. I let them watch me do my dance.
Who the fuck I feel like? I feel like Joker. Harley Quinn up in the cut with a blower.
Ice shit get spooky 8th day in October. My torpedo even jumped out on smokers.
She mean mugging niggas dirty too important. If they talk about playing ball, me and my team gon' get the scoring.
If they talk about playing ball, they could take it up with Jordan. It's bald heads in the heckler for all endorsements.
Hitty, meaty, mighty mom tryna tag a nigga toe. I'm aggressive on the beat and real life, niggas know. Hey, I tatted up my body, hit a pin level 4. Hey, I sharpened up a knife and came home to a blow. My bitch can get to tweaking like she playing with her nose. Lil' Brody bout to crash, my young niggas be on go. I'm a different type of trophy, baby girl, rose gold. Me and Doc get the slide and put him in the chokehold. Bitches acting like some niggas acting like some hoes. Hey, I jumped out that pen, then I jumped up in the ghost. I'm the hottest topic, nigga, you see my face, then he froze. All that shit he was talking, found dirty, not that bold. Okay, this shit like 40, that's a double, okay, let's add it up. Baby ass fat, can you do it, can you back it up? Kick flip a nigga, I got tech decks. And it ain't shit for me to call to get your chin checked. Tell him Doty did that.
Okay. All right, Doty. Doty talking his shit, talking about keep that same energy. A lot of those vibes in there. Brought that crash back, that line back. I feel like this is the first feature of a bunch coming up that I'm not familiar with, and I just feel like maybe Kendrick's putting people on, elevating them, giving them a platform, so we can go check out like a Doty 6, Lefty Gunplay, all those names in Dodger Blue, the Peekaboo feature, so on and so forth. So that's cool. That's really cool that he's doing that. And yeah, Doty matched the energy of the song. All right, let's go to Reincarnated. That was a cool track. It's just kind of like throw that one on in the GNX. I feel like that track matches the GNX energy real well, specifically like the GNX. All right, Reincarnated, track 6. Oh, more. Oh, it's the same. That's the same lyrics from the other song. This is a sample, right?
I got this fire burning in me from within. Concentrated thoughts on who I used to be. I'm shedding skin. Every day a new version of me, a third of me demented, cemented in pain, juggling the pros and cons of fame. I don't know how to make friends. I'm a lonely soul. I recollect this isolation, I was 4 years old. Truth be told, I've been battling myself, trying to navigate the real and fake, cynical about the judgment day. I did past life progression last year and it fucked me up. Reincarnated on this earth for 100 plus. Body after body, lesson after lesson. Let's take it back to Michigan in 1947. My father kicked me out the house cause I wouldn't listen to him. I didn't care about his influence, only love what I was doing. Gifted as a musician, I play guitar on a grand level. The most talented where I'm from, but I had to rebel. And so I'm off in the sunset, searching for my place in the world. With my guitar up on my hip, that's the story unfurled. I found myself with a pocket full of money and a whole lot of respect. While the record business love me, I was head of rhythm and blues. The women that fell to their feet, so many to choose. But I manipulated power as I lied to the masses. Died with my money, gluttony was too attractive. Reincarnated.
Okay, before this pops in, man, this is it. His energy, his energy on this track is crazy. So this is just him talking about what he feels like he was in past lives, and we're gonna get another one here. It says, "Place me as a black woman." So he's got like multiple. So he's lived multiple past lives. I just want to reread the beginning and make sure. Like, is it from his perspective in the beginning, or is this whole part from the perspective of being reincarnated back to 1947? Been on this earth for 100 plus. So, reincarnated, he's lived several lives, at least, that equal over 100 plus years. One of those lives is when he got kicked out of the house back in 1947. It was some rhythm and blues, very talented artist that manipulated power, lied to the masses. Didn't work out for him. Died with his money. Not a good life. Gifted musician, played guitar. Like he had it all, right? The talent, but he rebelled. And it didn't work out for whoever this person was. I'm sure this person was. I would imagine he's telling the story of an actual person who, all these, died an early death and all those things, or lived a life but just died like a lonely death, perhaps, like die with my money. Gluttony was too attractive. But I feel like Kendrick's talking in the beginning here when he's talking about like, I'm cemented in pain, juggling the pros and cons of fame. I could see Kendrick definitely kind of struggling with that internally as someone who doesn't like act like your average famous person, right? But does utilize his platform in a way that uplifts, informs, all those very important things. Don't know how to make friends. I'm a lonely soul. I could definitely see that. I recollected this isolation. I was 4 years old. Truth be told, I've been battling my soul trying to navigate the real and fake. That's very Kendrick. Cynical about the judgment day. I did past life progression last year and it fucked me up. So, man, did he find out about all this, or did he go through some sort of spiritual awakening of some sort? Past life progression, I don't know what that means, but maybe he just like came to the realization of these reincarnated existences that he had just last year. I don't know. Let's go through the rest of the song. Dude's always telling stories, man.
Another life, it placed me as a black woman in the chitlin circuit. Seductive vocalist, as the promoter hit the curtains. My voice was angelic, straight from heaven, the crowd sobbed. A musical genius, what the articles emphasized. Had everything I wanted, but I couldn't escape addiction. Heroin needles had me in fetal position, restricted. Turned on my family, I went wherever cameras be. Cocaine, no private planes for my insanity. Self-indulged, discipline never been my sentiments, I needed drugs. To me, an 8-ball was like penicillin, fuck love. My happiness was in that brown sugar. Sex and melodies gave me hope when nobody's looking. My first assistant was a small town scholar. Never did a quaalude till I got myself around her. My daddy looked the other way, he saw sin in me. I died with syringes pinched in me. Reincarnated.
Damn. Okay, so he lived 2 different lives, and both of those lives spiraled out. Both of those, and he had musical talents in both those lives. All the possibilities in the world, man. But spiraled out, indulged in the wrong things. So now I see My Present Life is Kendrick coming up, so this is gonna be Kendrick's perspective, present day. Cannot wait to see what we get into here after living those two previous lives that just, didn't end well.
My present life is Kendrick Lamar, a rapper looking at the lyrics to keep you in awe. The only factor I respected was raising the bar. My instincts sent material straight to the charts. My father kicked me out the house, I finally forgive him. I'm old enough to understand the way I was living. Ego and pride had me looking at him with resentment. I close my eyes, hoping that I don't come off contentious. I'm yelling, Father, did I finally get it right? Everything I did was selfless. I spoke freely when the people needed me, I helped them. I didn't gloat, even told them no when the vultures came. Took control of my fleshly body when the money changed. Son, you do well, but your heart is closed. I can tell residue that linger from your past creates itself. Father, I'm not perfect, I got urges, but I hold them down. But your pride has to die. Okay, Father, show me how. Tell me every deed that you done and what you do it for. I kept 100 institutions paid. Okay, tell me more. I put 100 hoods on one stage. Okay, tell me more. I'm trying to push peace in LA. But you love war. No, I don't. Oh, yes, you do. Okay, then tell me the truth. Every individual is only a version of you. How can
we love war like rap beef? You love war like with words, I feel like. That's what I feel like. This is great. This is giving me a little bit of Tupac. This just feels very powerful.
Forgive when there's no forgiveness in your heart. I could tell you where I'm going. I could tell you who you are. You fell out of heaven cause you was anxious. Didn't like authority, only searched to be heinous. Isaiah 14 was the only thing that was prevalent. Greatest music director was you. It was colors, it was pinks, it was reds, it was blues, it was harmony and motion. I sent you down to earth cause you was broken. Rehabilitation, not psychosis. But now we here now. Centuries you manipulated man with music. Embodied you as superstars to see how you moving. You came a long way from garnishing evilish views. And all I ever wanted from you was love and approval. I learned a lot, no more putting these people in fear. The more that word is diminished, the more it's not real. The more light that I can capture, the more I can feel. I'm using words for inspiration as an ideal. So can you promise that you won't take your gifts for granted? I promise that I use my gifts to bring understanding. For heavy man, woman, and child, how much can you vow? I vow my life just to live one in harmony now. You crushed a lot of people keeping their thoughts in captivity. And I'm ashamed that I ever created that enemy. And let's rejoice where we at. I rewrote the devil's story just to take our power back. Reincarnated.
Damn, man. That's crazy. That's like, I gotta revisit that song number one. From like the start to finish, because the way that I felt like he went through a whole spiritual. I felt like he was just sharing like a conversation between him and God there at the end, and this perspective that he's received, and I feel like that song literally is perspective. And I mentioned Tupac, man. Like I know there's certain Tupac tracks that just ring so loudly that represent him as an artist and his individual story and what he was all about, and I feel like way in the future when we're all gone and the next generation is here and they're listening back to Kendrick as that guy, that legend that they didn't grow up with but they hear all about, they're listening to songs. I feel like this is a song, Reincarnated, that you could look back to as one of those songs that just represents Kendrick, who he was, what he was about, and it's a big part of his story. That's why I was getting like goosebumps just thinking about that and getting that feeling of Kendrick sharing this with us, this experience that he had that just hit me on a different level, man. All right, okay, this album is so interesting because it's like he's saying so much shit here, and then over here it's just like, yo, let's just have a good ass time with the beat and the cadence and the feature, and let's just talk our shit. But also like, I'll make sure that you know how I'm feeling in this moment. It's so different from Good Kid, Mad City. It's wild, but also I shouldn't even make that comparison because like those albums are so far apart, right? But this is the same artist still, so it's still interesting to me. All right, TV Off featuring Lefty Gunplay. It's a big song on this album as far as streams go, so let's jump into it.
All I ever wanted was a black Grand National. Fuck being rational, give them what they asked for. It's not enough. Few solid niggas left, but it's not enough. That'll really step, but it's not enough. Say you bigger than myself, but it's not enough. I get on their ass. Yeah, somebody gotta do it. I made them niggas mad. Yeah, somebody gotta do it. I take the G-pad. Yeah, watch a nigga do it. We survived outside, all from the music, nigga. What? They like, what he on? It's the Alpha and Omega, bitch. Welcome home. This is not a song. This is a revelation. How to get a nigga gone. Need you a man, baby. I don't understand, baby. Pay your bill and make you feel protected like I can, baby. Teach you something if you need correction. That's the plan, baby. Don't put your life in these weird niggas' hands, baby. It's not enough. Few solid niggas left, but it's not enough. Few bitches that'll really step, but it's not enough. Say you bigger than myself, but it's not enough. I get on their ass. Yeah, somebody gotta do it. I made them niggas mad.
Somebody gotta do it.
I take the G-pad. Yeah, watch a nigga do it. We survived outside, all from the music, nigga. What? Hey, turn this TV off. Ain't with my type activities, then don't you get involved. Hey, what? How many shit I seen? Send them all. Take a risk or take a trip. You know I'm tripping for my dog. Who you with? Couple sergeants and lieutenants for the get back. This revolution been televised. I fell through with the knickknacks. Hey, young nigga, get your chili up. Yeah, I meant that. Hey, black out if they act out. Yeah, I did that. Hey, what's up, though? I hate a bitch that's hating on a bitch, and they both hoes. I hate a nigga hating on them niggas, and they both broke. If you ain't coming for no chili, what you come for?
Hey.
Nigga feel like he entitled, cause he knew me since a kid. Bitch, I cut my granny off and she don't see it how I see it. Got a big mouth, but he lack big ideas. Send him to the moon, that's just how I feel, yeah.
Yo.
It's not enough.
Oh my God, this is...
left, but it's not enough.
This song doesn't stop at any point. I don't want to stop the song. I have to, because I gotta get some thoughts out here. Because he's saying a lot, but also it's pretty straightforward. Once again, I mean, the chorus is speaking to it. You know, I feel like he's spoken to it throughout this album when he's talking about like just all the bullshit, right, and all the people around him. That this is why he doesn't make. This is why he ain't got a lot of friends. This song is why he struggles to make friends because of this song right here. This song is why his circle is so small, because it's just a lot of lames out there, and I feel like he's literally basically said that more or less in a previous song. But the beat in this song, it's got like this "Not Like Us" kick to it for sure, and that's why you kind of can't stop it because you just want to dance to it, man. And he's doing that in a lot of different places in this album. In between the messaging that he wants to get across as well. It's a very special album so far. It's just so different once again from my other listening experience. This is fire though, man. This is what I'm hoping he plays on tour. I see it's got a lot of streams. I know it's a possibility that it might have been a single or just one that people liked a lot. This is like gotta be on the set list. Like, this is the one that I get up. I'm already out my seat, but I'm just like, damn, this is the moment.
That'll really step, but it's not enough. Say you bigger than myself, but it's not enough. Hey.
Okay, so that's why it's got that not mustard's in here. So that's why it's got that "Not Like Us" slow kick to it.
Niggas acting bad, but somebody gotta do it. Got my foot up on the gas, but somebody gotta do it. Turn this TV off, turn this TV off. 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 Ain't no other king in this rap thing, they siblings. Nothing but my children. One shot, they disappearing. I'm in a city with a flag be getting thrown like it was past interference. Padlock around the building. Crash up in no more. Just a freeze tag with a bone to pick like it was sea bass. So when I made it out, I made about 50K from a show. Trying to show niggas the ropes before they hung from a rope.
Oh.
I'm prophetic. They only talk about it, how I get it.
Oh my god. First of all, shout out to the football bars. Well timed. Super Bowl. With the Super Bowl coming up, he already knew he was doing. I know he knew he was doing the Super Bowl already when this was being written. You know that like pretty well ahead of time. Shout out to that. The pass interference, flag getting thrown around in his city with the flag getting thrown around like it's past. Flags getting thrown around all the time. Flag getting thrown around referenced by Kendrick. One shot they did the children disappearing. One shot. So like it's a fucked up place. And then you talk about, like, speaking on that fucked up place, I'm trying to put y'all on so the money you can make from the show before you get hung from a rope just more speaking more to like the fucked upness, but also like how he's continuously trying to put y'all on, which is funny when you think about some of these other rappers who are not trying to do that. They're all in it for themselves, and they're all in it portraying this this just it's not doing anything that helps anybody. It's the level of celebrity that is specifically unobtainable because it is just such a visual. And it's one of the worst things about Drake. I feel like that as far as how Kendrick feels. I'm sure it's like one of Kendrick's least favorite things about Drake is just the way he portrays and lives his lifestyle and how it just is not serving to any of the kids coming up in any sort of way. Because Kendrick speaks on that so often.
Only good for saving face, seen the cosmetics. How many heads I gotta take to level my aesthetics? Hurry up and get your muscle up, we up the plyometric. Nigga ran up out of luck, soon as I up the highest metric. The city just made it sweet, you could diabetic. They mouth get full of deceit, let these cowards tell it, walk into a...
Wait, is that like you could diabetic? Is that like a diabetic? The city just made it sweet? Because, you know, sweets are gonna probably get you diabetic at some point. Potentially. Is that what that line is? That's crazy. And then I see this New Orleans. Oh, he's doing this song in the Super Bowl for sure. Yeah, he wrote this song with that in mind. He said, "Walk in New Orleans with the etiquette of L.A., yelling, and then the mustard." That's fire. This whole diabetic, and then going into the New Orleans etiquette of L.A., yelling, and then going to the beat drop is sick. We haven't even gotten to that yet, but I see it. So fire.
The city just made it sweet, you could diabetic. They mouth get full of deceit, let these cowards tell it.
That's hard.
With the etiquette of LA yelling. Niggas acting bad, but somebody gotta do it. Got my foot up on the gas, but somebody gotta do it.
Somebody gotta do it, man.
Turn his TV off. 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 Turn his TV off.
Somebody gotta do it, man. Somebody gotta do it. Because if I don't do it, no, who else is gonna do it? And they gotta hear this. They gotta hear this.
Crazy, scary, spooky, hilarious. 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 Crazy, scary, spooky, hilarious.
Oh man, that was so good. That was so fucking good. It's one of my favorites on the album. God damn. But I mean, like, that first track, I think my actual favorites are the first two tracks for sure. Whacked Out Murals and Squabble Up is like, you know, the top of the world. And then this one is my top three. I'd probably say Luther is there as well. Just as far as going back and re-listening to. And what I look for, like what I know I'm gonna enjoy. The other songs I just can't wait to go back and re-listen to, just to like absorb more of it, learn more about it. I know I'm gonna get some comments too about shit I missed. I know for sure, and I want those because it helped me out a lot with the last album. All right, let's keep it going, guys. Dodger Blue, man, that was so guys like stuck in my head right now. But somebody gotta do it. All right, Dodger Blue featuring Wally the Sensei, Saite 7 times, and Roddy Ricch, the one that I do know in here.
White diamonds, 2 a.m. she wildin'. Bitches sick, got they stomach in her comments. What school you went to? Gardena Compton. Westchester, King True, did we function? Little nigga, but that dog gave me that's on pup. On my kids, I sock you niggas up. How you ever took a fade and ran 3 more back to back? Oh, you haven't? Then shut the fuck up and keep it rap. Bitch, I'm from the land. Don't say you hate LA when you don't travel past the 10. Am I tripping? Yes, I am. Meditate over some money. I see Franklin, I find Van. Bitch, I'm from the land. Don't say you hate LA, but live in LA and pretend. My neck on Tarantino, Alejandro Spike Lee. Just know you took the scenic route if you stand by me, stupid.
So fly in this bitch, 50 on me, don't die trying and shit. You know I'm up and down when I slide in this bitch. Beamers and the jets outside in this bitch. West side, get the money, yeah, that's for sure. Streets don't love you, better respect the code. Ain't no sleeping in on Sunday. If it's about the money, then my niggas on guard.
When I walk in, yo, yeah, break neck. It's unanimous, high pop shit.
When I walk in, hoes better get in check. You looking at a bad bitch, nothing less.
Walk, 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 tip, toe, pivot, walk, tip, toe, pivot, walk.
Don't take it personal. You won't be the first to know. Just might be the first to go. Just might be. Ooh, don't take it personal. You won't be the first to know. Just might be the first to go. Just might be.
Damn, man. I mean, that's such a short track. 2 minutes. Just over 2 minutes. But it's the shortest track on this album, and yet kind of representative of this album in a way where it's just like, hey, you could play this one and just have a good time to it. And isn't that like Not Like Us kind of represented that in a way where people were talking about we couldn't, all the disses that were coming out before, I was like, oh, you can't bump out to those, and that's not the kind of music Kendrick makes and whatever. Some of the stuff that I had seen. And now we got a whole album full of just like, hey, you can have a good fucking time to this music, that's for sure. Along with, he's still saying some shit. That track just a love letter to where he's from. Dodger Blue, LA. And, you better love all of LA. Not just certain parts. Just don't come over here and like this and that. And that's all of it, all right? And I represent parts of it. If you wind up there, you took the scenic route. How'd you get over here? Some cool lines in there. A lot of people to put on the track. You hear a lot of different voices in there, singer in there. Just a groovy, again, have a good time to this track, representative of the whole album so far, which I just find really interesting. That I feel like this was the perfect album to drop, especially going into... especially following everything it followed and going into what it's going into, be it the Super Bowl and the tour. All right, let's go into Peekaboo as Chique. I'm sure I said that wrong, but there's a feature on here. Y'all see it on the screen. Track 9.
Hi. What? Look. What they talking about? They ain't talking about nothing. What they talking about? They ain't talking about nothing. What they talking about? They ain't talking about nothing. What they talking about? They ain't talking about nothing. Huh? They ain't talking about nothing. Aye. What they talking about? They ain't talking about nothing. What they talking about? They ain't talking about nothing. What they talking about? They ain't talking about nothing. What they talking about? They ain't talking about nothing. Huh? They ain't talking about nothing. Pickable, I just put them bookers in my chain. Pickable, 80 pointers like a Kobe game. Pickable, 7.62s, make a...
Hey, y'all know. That's my idol. That's my hero for life. Right there, the 824. 80 pointers like a Kobe game. Shout out to 81 in Toronto in 06. Second highest score game of all time. Even in this NBA where they scored fucking 200 points, crazy amounts of points. Still ain't getting touched. I know a couple people have gotten close. But it's still crazy that it's still not getting touched in this new era. He did it back then when you weren't scoring, 150 points a game. Anyways, don't get me started. Shout out to Kendrick, always understanding. I see the heart part, whatever is next, 6, I think. And I listened to the heart part. I think it was the heart part 5. That was on Patreon, custom request a few months back. I already know that he loves Kobe because I saw him in that. And then I've seen an interview with the two of them much earlier on in Kendrick's career, but they're just like sat on a couch just talking about greatness, just talking about what it takes to be great. So it's cool, like the history the two of them have, and obviously the LA connection too. I'm always gonna appreciate a Kobe shout out. Number 1 shout out in rap music, Kobe Bryant as far as athletes go. So shout out to that.
Pickable, 80 pointers like a Kobe game. Pickable, 7.62s or make 'em plain. Pickable, popping out, you better not smell my name. Pickable, put 2 foreigns on a 405. Pickable, Kashi Pepper if I'm doing pasta. Pickable, why you acting tough on IG Live? Pickable, you know my little niggas off they rocker. Pickable,
Surprise, bitch, it's that nigga chicken cheese. Pickable. Let me FaceTime my op, bitch, I'm up the street. Pickable. Yes, AGs, I'm putting something to sleep. Pickable. He on the ground, I praise God and start stumping feet. Pickable. I put 10 on his face, bitch, my shooter playing. Pickable. I hit it from the back, I told her move her hands. Pickable. Then slide my thumb in where her up at. Pickable. On your top, I'm with that bitch, don't look back.
what they talking about? They ain't talking about nothing. What they talking about? They ain't talking about nothing. What they talking about? They ain't talking about nothing. What they talking about? They ain't talking about nothing. Huh? They ain't talking about nothing. Hey, that's my bitch. Hey, that's my bitch. Hey, with all that fake shit. Hey, ain't the one to play with. Hey. Pull off in a lamb, double pocket all that tams. Mister, get off on your mans. If he hand you disrespect, you better follow up with hands. Losses to the neck, but now I'm trophied up. I'm saying like, bing, bop, boom, 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 bop, bam. The type of shit I'm on, you wouldn't understand. The type of skits I'm on, you wouldn't understand. Big dog business, I would not hold your hand.
I love that.
I cannot be your man. Never got his ass whooped until we open up that can. Damn, alley hoop me bands, I'm a slam. Jam freak bitch, I like my Mac touching yams. Pet that option around me, I'ma tell you turn it off. Heard what happened to your mans, not sorry for your loss. Should've prayed before them shooters came and nailed him to the cross. I let your boy get a pass, bitch, you lucky you saw. For real.
What they talking about?
They talking about nothing.
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 Huh? They ain't talking about nothing.
Man.
Hi, what they talking about?
They talking about nothing.
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 Huh? They ain't talking about nothing. Pickable.
That's a fun track. It's a fun track. It's a lot of, it feels like just shouting out the people that just aren't coming with that energy. Kendrick saying, "Hey, I'm dangerous. Don't fuck with me." And then the feature, I don't even know, Chicky. He said had the Chicky Cheese bar in there. Kept up. Cool feature. I feel like the IG Live bar in there spoke to as much as everything else in the song spoke to. You know, you out here on IG Live acting like you're dangerous, but like, you know, come to my face. Peekaboo time. All right, we're gonna move on. Heart Part 6. Again, I mentioned during that Kobe line, still sitting with me. I saw Kobe pop up. I watched like the video, and then he did the Kobe POV in Heart Part 5. Again, I reacted to that on Patreon. I'm not sure where this. I don't even, as I'm recording this, I'm not sure where this video is going. If it's going to YouTube, if it's going to Patreon, it depends on the copyright system on YouTube probably, and what they let me do. But yeah, I reacted to Heart Part 5. That was crazy. This is Heart Part 6. So I haven't heard. I assume there's a 1 through 4. That I'm not sure about. Haven't heard those. Let's jump into this. Slower vibe.
Load up the Pro Tools and press 3. Studio filled with Jack in the Box and Pepsis. Niggas watching World Star videos, not the SBs. Laughing at B-Pump or stomach turning. I get up and proceeded to write some. Absol in the corner, mumbling raps. Fumbling packs of Blackie Mouse. Crumbling Kush till he cracked a smile. His words legendary, wishing I could rhyme like him. Study this style to define my pen.
Hey man, I love the scenery. Like, I feel like I am in the room with them. They loaded up the Pro Tools. They got the Jack in the Box. I never had Jack in the Box. I think that's pretty West Coast. Right? I grew up on the East Coast, obviously. I don't think it's even on. It's not. I never seen one in New York. Maybe it's as you go further south. I don't know. Point is, I never had Jack in the Box. But you were talking about that Pepsi. But I know what it is. Pepsi, like tacos, right, and stuff like that. I think they got like everything. We ain't watching the SBs. We're throwing up the World Star video. The SBs are probably on, but no, we're not on that. time we're on the World Star. Yeah, just I perfect. I love the specificity of like this Ab-Soul who he's such a fan of. He admires so much, and he's over there fumbling a pack of Black and Miles. Like there's such a specific scenery being set up makes me feel like I'm in the room, and you set the song off that way, man. That just gets me really excited to get into the rest of it.
Ab-Soul in the corner, mumbling raps, fumbling packs of Blackie Miles, crumbling kush till he cracked a smile. His words legendary, wishing I could rhyme like him. Study this style to define my pen. That was back when the only goal was to get J-Rock through the door. Warner Brother Records, hope Naeem Ali would let us know. Was excited just to go to them label meetings. Wasn't my record deal, but still I couldn't believe it.
Still cool.
Still dope. It was simple math. If he made it, that mean I made it. Everything I had was for the team. I remained patient, grinding with my brothers. It was us against them, no one above us. Bless our hearts. Nigga Dave had a champagne Acura, a bunch of instrumentals I freestyled in the passenger. That nigga wore several hats, a producer, manager, director, and DJ. A hi-hat, squabbling bloods, pyrus, and keyways. For this little thing of ours we call TDE, I watch him take some penitentiary chances to say the least. Remember in the county building with mixed by Ali, we tried to freak the system just to make a couple ends meet. That's my nigga for shit show. He brought Q over, but Q didn't rap, but he learned from our inspo.
That just to make a couple ends meet, trying to make a couple ends meet. That's a fire bar. And this whole, again, we're just going through situations, him freestyling in the passenger seat of this Acura with Dave, and then Dave wore all these hats. Like Dave had all these abilities. And just like putting us on to like his path. I'm sure a lot of people already know his path, but like in this particular story anyway, of kind of maneuvering and coming up in the game.
Louisiana chicken riverboat special, sleeping next to O2 our consoles to be our refuge. He was homeless and I left home. Q said, Dot, you won't be slept on. You the nigga to bet on. Top had given us dominion in the homie.
Q knew.
We see some millions. God bless our hearts. Played Phil Jackson in my early practices. Strategies on how to be great amongst the averages. I picked his brain on what was ordained. Highly collaborative. Rep pushed the label the same amongst the savages.
These rhyme schemes are hard, man. We talking Phil Jackson, Lakers cut another basketball bar in here. I assume he's played Phil Jackson. Phil Jackson's not a musician. He's a coach. Unless there's a musician named Phil Jackson I don't know about. But I would imagine you're listening to Phil Jackson, strategies on how to be great amongst the averages. Phil Jackson, like, winningest coach ever. It's him or Red Auerbach. But whichever, Phil Jackson's the all-time great coach who won. He was the greatest amongst the averages. So if you were listening to Phil Jackson just talk about strategy or the Zen master, his Zenness and all that, things that he incorporated into his schemes and strategies to become great, they're just probably, playing clips of that and stuff, which I feel I'll just like watch a Kobe interview to motivate me, to inspire me, to remind me, like, okay, this is how I gotta move. All right, got you. So I respect that, assuming he's talking about like Phil Jackson, the coach. It could be like some artist, I don't know.
Moose kept my name in the function that he would run in. Tease kept the vultures away from me that was coming. Soundwave let me borrow his clothes for shows as a hype man. They cook up in his room till
man, he had a good circle. Tease kept the vultures away from me that was coming. He had a good circle around him, and it was like and then was it Q? It was like, yo, you next. I bet my money on you. You're gonna be getting the millions. And then earlier on, like, if you win, I win type vibes. Like, he had the right circle around him coming up.
Ends, time flies. I'm carrying debates of a top 5, burying my ops and allies. But I done a half job communicating feelings of being stagnant. Life was getting bigger than just rapping. The business, what I was lacking. Top used to record me back when it was poor me, and now we at the round table for what assures me. I guess my motivation was the yearning for independence. Poured everything I had left in the family business. Now it's about Kendrick. I wanna evolve, place my skill set as a black exec. I jog my memory knowing black hippie didn't work cause of me. Creatively I moved on with new concepts in reach. Top, remember Harlem sessions? We would strategize, then hit the streets, then come back, record 3 records. To tell the truth, it fucked me up when D-Man passed. The motive was the condolences, but the pride crashed. I had to bypass old mythologies I had. Put my heart on display like it was an iMac. To how my young niggas let me be the demonstration. How to conduct differences with a healthy conversation. If that's your family, then handle it as such. Don't let the socials gas you up, but let emotions be your crush. Pick up the phone and bust it up before the history is lost. Hand to hand shake is good when you have a heart to heart.
Wow.
Free your thoughts and watch them fly. Use your heart and not your eyes.
Man, that I love him. He's so consistent. I love him going through, like realizing, sort of like evolving. He evolved. He realized what he wanted to, like, kind of learn what he wanted to speak to, the businessman he needed to become, the relationships and all those things as things were evolving throughout the song, and as he was getting bigger. And then putting people up, man, he continues to put the youth, anybody listening to this music, if you're a fan of Kendrick, you're listening to these tracks, he continues to tell you, like, hey, this is how you need to move. You know, if you're having a heart-to-heart, then you can have a hand-to-hand. Don't let it escalate. Use your heart, not your eyes, where it's instant. You know, let your heart sort of slow things down, and that's not where there's no violence in there. Right, your eyes are cause an instant reaction, and that can lead to the violence, and that's going to help you out as a business person too. Having those conversations with family, those business conversations, whatever it might be. Like, Kendrick's just trying to help y'all slow it down and just and put yourselves in better positions as young men and women. I love that he's doing that all over the place. I mean, the Good Kid, Mad City project as a whole speaks to that through his experiences. So it sounds like this has just been who he's been from, like, back then till now, continuously doing it this far into his career when he doesn't even have to. And that just speaks to him moving in a consistent way, in a way that he's proud of, and that's not a way that he is ashamed of when he sees other rappers moving a certain way, because of the way it affects the youth, and why, again, he's just been so vocal about the things he's been vocal about, and why, again, his circle is so small. That was great, man. That was great. What a story. That was, man, 5 minutes. Storyteller, start to finish. Storytelling track, man. That was awesome. All right, GNX, title track. That's the whip. Featuring Hidda J3, Young Threat, and Piso, I don't know. Track 11. Oh, it's like a video game beat. He's always fucking around, man.
Tell him Kendrick did it. Hey, who showed you how to run a blitz? Tell him Kendrick did it. Who put the West back in front of shit? Tell him Kendrick did it. Hey, I'm tripping and I'm loving it. Tell him Kendrick did it. Like, wow. Hi, have you ever been a joint and you know it? Have you ever had to flip your unemployment? On the dead guys, nigga, I ain't going.
Ay, on a dead one. ones. We'll treat an enemigo like some breadcrumbs. All of my killers on go like who said some red rum. All I think
Red
about
rum.
when I see heads come.
Red
Do my
rum.
dance, hit the top when I see ops go.
Okay.
Let them claim it, we the ones who really pop, bro. Don't televise it, we the one who land chows, blow ops. No, let them piss them off and it's a flop show. Murder man, singing murder music off a murder van. Beat the pushy up like I've been celebrating out murder scene. Who was in? One and only shot known as murder man. Catch him doing dirty, it's no other way but murder plans. I broke it hard and you the type to go and fix it. I wanna speak if you ain't talking about no tickets. I'm bougie with it, but I might just let you kiss it. Hit that black with diamonds on me, you could tell them Peso did it. Tell them Peso did it.
Hey, who showed you how to run a blitz?
Tell them Peso did
Who
it.
put the
Oh, Peso. Is that what I said? I don't remember. Peso. Okay, I get what he's playing off. He's playing off of Money, right? With his name.
West back in front of shit?
Tell them Peso did
Hey,
it.
I'm tripping and I'm loving it.
Tell them Peso did it.
Like wine. Hi, have you ever been a joint and you know it? Have you ever had to flip your unemployment? On the dead guys, nigga, I ain't going.
How about suicide doors? It's the hit 'em, man. You don't wanna see them doors sliding on the caravan. I know killers who was catching bodies in our one phase.
I was 13 up at Avalon, popping chains.
14, ride mini bikes with some dead friends. 21, flag on my head like a Taliban. 25, feeling like the box, it was full of sand. At the cemetery, fucked up, that's where I could've been. 142nd, I'm connected like I'm Rosecrans. Kind of shit I seen, try forgetting I would pop a Zan. Up at scores, doing fouls. Sacrifices like a boxing ring, can't throw in a towel. Pistol package, it's a child. Hey, like it's Iraq, shooting aim, Hussein, riding with the dirty blicky, switchy, make a new flame. She said I've been a dog all my life, baking you change. True to my religion, Cuban links more than 2 chains. Tell him hit it, did it.
Hey, who showed you how to run a blitz?
Tell him hit it, did
Who
it.
put the West back in front of shit?
Tell him hit it, did it.
Hey, I'm tripping and I'm loving it.
It's getting down to the wire. Get on my Bob, build the shit. Get down with the plier. Been coming back to back hits. Hottest nigga ain't tired. I'm with some rock star bitches. They want Lizzie McGuire. I'm switching gears. I pop the clutch.
Shouts to Hillary Duff.
A risk taker. I call you niggas bluff. If they hanging out for real, we come to duck. Tucking tails, they out of luck. When it's wartime, they hiding in the cut. Y'all had y'all chance, y'all couldn't do it. I swear I'm coming. Worse to y'all baby moms. I'm putting niggas through it.
Damn,
They hate to see me doing it.
that's hard.
Meal ticket, I'm pursuing it. I'm in the field for real, UCLA Bruins. They asking how I do it. Hot young niggas so fluent. I kept my mouth closed and I ain't never leave no witness. DOA up on the scene. Tell them Young Thread did it, nigga.
Damn, I think that was that Young Threat at the end. I think that was my favorite part of the song. I don't know. I don't love that song. It's another West Coast state, like that is as West Coast as the album gets. Dodger Blue as well, actually. And respect to that, obviously, like I would again, I don't even need to look it up. Like all these features, so intentional, right? These are very West Coast artists, and Kendrick's definitely putting people on. Again, I like that Young Threat. That's my favorite part of the song. That Young Threat verse at the end. That was great. As a song in general, though, I don't know. It's not bad, obviously. It's on a Kendrick album, and I haven't heard a bad Kendrick song yet. I don't know if that's gonna happen. We'll see. I'll keep it real. But that one, I don't know how often I would let that one play through. Like if it came up on the shuffle, you know, that's the best way I'll put it. But again, that Young Threat verse at the end showed me something, and it's just like if you're from the West Coast, especially, that might register a lot more deeper with you. This song. So I'm sure that was a lot of the intentionality behind making the song as well. A lot of references to the West Coast to coming up where they came up. So, you know, respect to all that. We're going to close it out here. Gloria, we got the second SZA feature on here. So this might be another one that we hear at least a bit of Super Bowl Sunday, you know, on the tour. So yeah, I'm excited. Let's get into it. Close it out. Damn, close it out. It's crazy that I'm at the end here. This is probably like as short as it's gonna get for a Kendrick video of mine. When I think about it, when I think about what's left, right? Because I know that "To Pimp a Butterfly" is probably gonna be like a 4-hour video. Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers, that album's like an hour and a half, right? That's gonna be another 4-hour video. And that I just know that those albums are saying a lot. So we're gonna sit down, take our time, go. I didn't really even need like Genius much on the first couple tracks, and then once or twice here and there I referenced it. I probably needed it a couple more times and just didn't go to it. Again, shout out to whoever's gonna help me out in the messages with some stuff I missed for sure. Please do so. But again, this album was much more of just like a chill. Enjoy these songs. These are great songs, man. These are songs you can dance to, songs you just like, rap music that you can just have a good time with and you don't have to think super hard about. Outside of a couple tracks and a few verses here and there, like I said, just not the standard Kendrick that I imagine. But the fact that he has this in his bag plays more into his GOAT status, plays more into how great he is, that he can do all the different things. So shout out to that. That's pretty much a lot of my thoughts on the album in general. So I feel like after this song, I probably won't have much to say because that's pretty much how I feel about this in general. Just great tracks, man, to listen to all these, and they make me feel good. They make me confident. They make me wanna go seek out more for myself. Thank you for that, Kendrick. I appreciate you. Anyways, let's close this out, guys. Gloria, Scissor. I feel like I'm stalling because I don't want this to be over, but let's close it. Oh, we back. We back.
Me and my bitch got a complicated relationship. She's so controlling, I notice it ain't no playing with her. I met her when I was off the porch as a teenager. She said one day I would write my wrongs in seed paper. We started out young, looking for some identity. Made 1,000 mistakes, but never did we like chemistry. Wrapping my hand around your waist, that was back when you did whatever I say. Dreams of selling narcotic, running block or robbing banks. I was in love with you, didn't know what it was with you. Kiss you in back of the class just to get a buzz with you. Some niggas wanted you, but they weren't committed. Preoccupied playing John Madden and bullshit.
Okay.
Remember when Granny died? You looked at me and said, baby, dry your eyes. Depend on me as your relief. Let your anger be mine. We was locked in ever since then. So territorial, he even took me away from my friends.
Okay.
Scared of forever, you know nothing else is gon' pass. I scared to let you know. Whenever you want me, you got me to the end of time. Ooh, scared to let you know.
Said you go see other people if I didn't grow with you. One no more holding them pistols in front of stores with you. You want reality, not tragedy, for sure I get you. To tell the truth, I've been getting used to what open-minded people do. In 2014, I went to Africa, baby. You was my passenger, my eyes and ears for all it is. The neighborhood that baffled us. Of course, I had to wrap it up. I didn't fully trust you. Fabrication had discussion, then you blocked me. I said, fuck you.
What?
It escalated. It escalated.
I breathe the motherfucking charisma in this bitch. I bring the blessings. I gave you power. Nigga, I bring the rainfall. I gave you hustle.
Then fall right back in love the very moment that I touch you.
Scared of forever, you know nothing else is gon' pass.
This is a love song. Those ups and downs, man. Especially the one that's been with you from the beginning. Those ups and downs are real. Those ups and downs get real. This is very SZA coded, and I like that Kendrick's kind of coming to her level and matching her on there. He's such a chameleon in that way that there's nothing he can't fit himself into.
Scared to let you know. Whenever you want me, you got me to the end of time. Ooh, scared to let you know.
I like those guitars.
You You a spontaneous firecracker. Plus our love is dangerous. Life of passion. Laughing at you lose your temper. Slightly crashing. Dumbing off the ill reaction. Ain't no disrespect. Highly sensitive. Possessed. So protect you even when it's tragic. So jealous. Hate it when I hit the club to get some bitches. Wrote them off. Rather see me hit the church and get religious. Who you fooling? I know what you doing. You my contradiction. Remember when you caught that body and still wiggle through that sins? Loved you more. When you flip and lose your shit, I hug you more. It's sexy to me. Cuss they ass out and hold that grudge some more. Down, bitch. I know your favorite movie. Is it Notebook? So good. If they all sub me, get them all booked. My baby boo. You either heal niggas or you kill niggas. Both is true. It takes some tough skin just to deal with you. Logical explanation don't exist. Flipping pages, chapter after chapter. Probably remarry and head to Vegas. Bitches getting marked out. They can't erase our history. They margins ain't big enough. They all led by bigotry. My woman in my right hand. My saint and my sin. Ain't no bitch like my bitch, cause that bitch been my pen.
Okay. Hey man, is this a love letter to his pen? You know? Is it? Now I gotta go through the whole damn song again. I gotta go through the whole damn song again, because he's talking about like you're spontaneous, you lose your temper, slightly crashing, highly sensitive, I mean, yeah, you caught that body, you wiggled through that sentence. I was just thinking like they avoided jail time, but you wiggled through that sentence. That could be a very deliberate bar about literally writing a sentence post some experience, you know, because that's what he does. He writes. You flip, you lose your shit. It's Kendrick. I mean, it's his favorite movie. It happened to be The Notebook. That's just like specific, but it works with the next bar. You heal people or you kill people. That's very much can speak to the pen, because it does both. Kendrick does both as much as anybody. A lot of healing, a lot of killing, all with that pen. Is this Gloria? Was that a whole song about the pen? That's crazy if that's what's happening here. It's not even like there's just no credit for figuring it out or anything, because he said it. Ain't no bitch like my bitch, because that bitch been my pen. Yeah, I don't know. I gotta go back from the track from start to finish, but that's crazy. That's cool. And it's like a love song. It's like a love song too. Of course you're gonna love your pen. Of course you're gonna go through some ups and downs. If you're, an all-time rapper, right? Y'all been through a lot together. Or if it is just a relationship, that's real too. But like I said, like it takes it back to the beginning, and your pen's been with you through the beginning. So, or it's a girl that held it down for him, but like he could compare it to his pen as far as love of his life in that way, and the ups and downs. And I don't know, either way, what a way to close it out if that's what he's talking about. I like that both SZA track, Luther and Gloria. I just realized too that both of those are names. He did something here. There's a lot of intentionality. Y'all let me know. Just a first name like that, Luther, and then just a first name like that, Gloria. And then does the Gloria play into the Spanish speaking throughout the album? Like Gloria Stefan or something? I don't know. It could be, I'm probably reaching. Point is, that's got to be intentional. But I like that both SZA features kind of define this album sonically in a way where it's just like, I'm listening to this music, I'm just enjoying myself. This is an album I'm just running. I'm just turning it on and letting it run, and I'm not like it's music you can absolutely play and bump and have a good time to, in the whip. There's plenty of songs you can play at the club, like, or just at the club that is your home when you want to have a good time. Whatever that is to you. Like, these are songs that you could just fucking vibe out to and have a good time to, dance to, all those things. It gave you a full project of it while still saying plenty of things, while still staying very consistent to who he is as a person, getting the messages across, maybe less so than in the past, but he's said those messages before, so that makes perfect sense. But it's still in here. All this does is make me so. This is the album to just turn on and bump, and I love that because I know I'm getting into albums previous to this where it's gonna be a lot more of like, oh shit, okay, every single sentence, every line, I need to stop, take this in, see what we're talking about. Like, what's the double entendre? What's the layering? And I'm glad that in the top of this, he even said, like, fuck them double entendres, because I feel like that represented a lot of what was coming with this album. Like, nope, just take it as it is. Y'all enjoy yourselves. West Coast love letter here and there. Just still getting personal. This was so great, man, when you really factor in all those things, the timing of it, what it means in this moment, and what it means moving forward, again, with this Super Bowl performance coming and this tour coming and where he is in his career, specifically like in that GOAT conversation. I feel so grateful to be a part of it, as far as like a listener, a fan, even like coming later into the game. I feel like there is no time limit. You know, the more the better. For someone like this, everyone should be tapped in, really, and be absorbing this kind of information and messaging. It's just so important, and real, and it's gonna put us all in a better position. Keep our vision more right, man. And yeah, that's all I gotta say. I'm so excited to get to the other albums. Like I said, they're gonna be way longer videos. This is probably pretty long too, all things considered. Shout out to you for joining the ride with me. And I had a great time, man. I'll see y'all for the next video. Thank you.